Welcome to the lecture series Principle of Communication Engineering, module number 3, Angle Modulation and Demodulation, lecture number 20. In this lecture, I am going to explain today direct FM transmitter and indirect FM transmitter. In previous lecture, we discussed about the varactor, modulator diode, FET diode, FET modulator and automatic frequency control gain stabilize. So today we will see how to generate the FM signal. In previous lecture we discussed about the modulated FM signal is in time domain y of m of t is equal to ec cos omega ct into kf integration m of t into dt, where ec is the amplitude of the carrier signal, omega c is the carrier frequency, kf is the sensitivity and m of t is a modulating signal, where omega t is the omega c plus kf into m of t. So omega t is a modulating frequency or final FM signal, and it is a combination of carrier frequency plus your modulating signal frequency. So change in a modulator frequency that can be happen change in your modulating signal. So in direct FM transmitter method, we use the voltage control oscillator to generate the FM modulation. So it is controlled by the external voltage. So they may make a use, the frequency generation can be used by using Hartley and Colpitts oscillator. They are using like operational amplifier or hysteretic comparator such as Schmitt trigger circuit, or using saturable core reactors. So here we consider an example of a variable reactor. Here we consider a device, inductor, output capacitor C0 and a variable reactor. A variable reactor may be any capacitor or inductor or like this. So here will be connected in variable reactor a varicap diode. So input signal, that is modulating signal, applied from here. So this varicap diode, variable capacitor diode, is nothing but a normal PN junction diode. Here we explain the variable capacitor diode or the normal diode. It is a formed by the P and N junction layer semiconductor material, and there is a deflection region between these two materials. So when we applied a reverse bias voltage, the distance between these two layers will be increasing, and we know that the relation between the capacitor in terms of the distance and area, so E0 into ER into epsilon 0 into epsilon r A into divided by D. So whenever the deflection region between these two layers of diode, that then the capacitor will be more. If the distance is small, then the capacitor will be less. So according to the change with respect to m of this signal, this capacitor change with respect to the modulating signal. So generation of the frequency, so omega is equal to 1 upon under root square LC, and change in a capacitor, so output capacitor into K into m of t, where K is the constant. So we can write the final frequency omega is equal to 1 upon under root we put the value of C here, C0 into Km into m of t, where m of t is the modulating signal. So ln to C0, we take C0 as a common, so we can rewrite the equation ln to C into 1 minus omega 1 minus Km into omega divided by C0. Now then we find out the carrier frequency. So 1 upon LC0 is a output frequency. So we can write this equation 1 minus K into m of t divided by C0 minus 1 by 2. So the frequency omega, final frequency, which is a modulating frequency of the FM modulation, omega 0 1 minus K m of t into divided by C0 minus 1 by 2. If K into m of t divided by C0 is less than 1, so according to Taylor series expansion, if we expand this equation according to Taylor series, so we can get omega into omega 0 1 plus K into m of t divided by C0, where K into omega 0 into C0 is this equation. If compare, this is the nothing but with this equation number 1, which is to be finalized frequency. If we compare with this equation, so final frequency of the FM modulation is omega into omega 0 into Kf into m of t, where Kf is a frequency sensitivity which is given by K into omega 0 into C0. Now, what are the advantages of this method? So it generates sufficient frequency deviation, it requires little frequency multiplier, and disadvantage is poor frequency stability. So these are the advantage and disadvantage of the FM generation by direct method or direct transmitter method. Now the second method which will be discussed in this lecture, indirect FM transmitter. Here we consider a block diagram of this first in generation of the narrow band frequency modulation. So the dotted line, the under part, is a construct for the narrow band frequency generation. Then remaining part is for the direct FM transmitter method by Armstrong. So here the m of t signal, which is modulating signal, is applied to the integrator. The output of the integrator is integrated of the modulating signal, and product modulator, which has two inputs, one from the integrated signal of the modulating integration of the modulating signal m of t, and second is the carrier signal, which is the phase shift of pi by 2, which is generated by the crystal oscillator E cos omega ct, which is after applied to the phase shift, which is give EC sin omega c of t, and this crystal oscillator simultaneously generate a frequency E cos omega ct, which is given to the summation block. So summation block has two inputs. First one is your EC minus EC sin omega c of t, which is the output of the product modulator, and the second input to this summation block EC cos omega c of t. So finalize the equation for the EC cos omega c t minus EC sin omega c t integrated m of t. So this is the narrow band frequency signal. So this is the output of the summation, this which will be applied to the frequency multiplier, then frequency conversion, again frequency multiplier, and here is a crystal oscillator. Now what is the function of frequency multiplier? First, to need what is meant by understanding what is meant by frequency multiplier. So frequency multiplier, it is a consist of a non-linear device and band pass filter. A non-linear device which generates a various frequencies. For example, if we apply x of t is equal to cos theta, so the output of this non-linear device is y of t. So which is generated in the form of nonlinear. So a0, a1 of x of t, a into x of t, a into x square of t, x 83 into x cubed of t. So we put the theta is equal to omega ct of t. So cos square theta is equal to, by the reformation of this cos theta, so we put cos square theta is equal to 1 by plus cos theta 2, cos cube theta is equal to 1 by 4 cos 3 plus cos 4 theta. So in this example, so after y of t b0, b1 cos theta, b2, so this is the expansion, and y of t is equal to b6 cos theta, which is allows only this band pass filter. So here, for example, we consider the first carrier frequency is 200 kHz and frequency deviation, that is delta f, is 25 Hz. We required a carrier frequency, modulated frequency is fc4 90.2 MHz and frequency deviation is 70.68 Hz. When we calculate, so what is the importance of the two frequency multiplier? So to multiply this frequency, we get this carrier frequency is converted into first finalized 90.2 MHz and frequency deviation is 25 Hz to 76 kHz. So we require a multiplier. So according to the nth law operation, we applied two multipliers, 64 frequency multiplier and 48 multipliers. So which is, and the frequency conversion will be take place here in such a way that the first frequency multiplier after by 64 to this, which is come out 12.8 MHz, and after frequency conversion, if we output of this frequency conversion, there is no frequency change in the after the frequency deviation, which is to become 1.6. So frequency deviation after frequency multiplier to both this, so frequency deviation is 1.6 kHz, and after frequency converter, the frequency conversion as it is same. So this conversion will be take place, and to given the output from fc1 to fc4, so we can apply two multiplier and one crystal oscillator. So crystal oscillator frequency is 10.9 MHz, which is gives the output of 9.2 MHz. So this is the equations which very important at the time of to generate a frequency generation from direct method by Armstrong. So in this lecture we discuss about the frequency conversion by two methods. One is first one is a FM direct method and second one is a indirect method. So we can stop here. In next lecture we see as noise triangle and pre-emphasis and de-emphasis circuit. Thank you very much.